Using Liberty Mutual's coverage customizer tool, so you only pay for what you need. Sorry? Limo, you're an animal!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I've been telling everyone, the secret to great teeth is having healthy gums.
Crest Advanced Gum Restore detoxifies below the gum line and restores by helping heal gums in as little as 7 days. Crest, the #1 toothpaste brand in America.
Look how awesome she is, by the way.
What's happening? Why is she being nice?
Those two are going to be fun to watch.
It's going to be something, right?
Indeed. Tomorrow, our new interview with the voice coaches.
Yeah, and we're with Keith Urban in Las Vegas for the return of his Sin City residency.
Oh, good. Yeah, but before we go, Amanda Gorman continues to have her moment. And tonight, she's getting her own special. Amanda Gorman, Brave Enough with Robin Roberts, a special edition of 2020 on ABC.
And you know Robin's our girl, so she
Happening now.
SAISD superintendent heading to Chicago, reaction to his exit as that district faces a lawsuit from the state over vaccine mandates.
The man accused of allegedly setting a fire that killed a San Antonio firefighter was in court today. We'll have details of what happened during that hearing, as well as when a possible trial could take place.
And now that the remnants of Nicholas have moved on, we're looking at other areas of development in the tropics. I'll talk about that and have all the details of a space station flyover tonight. See you in a bit. The News at 5 starts right now.
And first at 5, the leader of the San Antonio Independent School District is leaving, but is that district now in legal limbo? SAISD in the middle of a lawsuit with the state of Texas over requiring students and staff to mask up and requiring staff to be vaccinated by mid-October.
But now the superintendent, Pedro Martinez, is moving on. As Jesse DiGoyello explains, his departure does not seem to change anything.
New Chicago School Superintendent Pedro Martinez says he'll start at the end of September, almost exactly a month after his Q&A segment on KSAT 12 News as the superintendent of SAISD, talking about the vaccine and mask mandates he'd issued.
So it's not about politics. I'm not trying to pick a fight with anybody. It is just basic common sense. We are in a war with this pandemic. We have to be on the same side.
Yet SAISD's vaccine mandate is why the district is being sued by the state of Texas for violating Governor Abbott's executive order. Even so, on Monday, the SAISD board passed a resolution supporting the vaccine mandate. The board president says the district will continue requiring masks as well. But the union, representing more than 2,000 SAISD teachers and support personnel, says a collective effort led to the COVID-19 protocols now in place.
When it comes to the work that we've done to push him and the school board to make the right decision when it comes to COVID-19 safety shouldn't go unnoticed.
Martinez's hometown of Chicago already has vaccine and mask mandates in its schools. Interviews for his interim replacement will begin next Monday. Jesse DeGollado, KSAT 12 News.
Not news we want to hear. Get ready for some high bills. During a State of the Utilities address today, CPS Energy President and CEO Paula Gold-Williams told customers to brace for a likely double-digit rate increase. The remarks came during a panel before the North San Antonio Chamber of Commerce that focused on the efforts of both CPS and SAWS to move past February's deadly winter storm. Gold-Williams says she believes CPS in all likelihood will have to institute a rate hike of at least 10%.
We believe that we're going to have a shortfall this year, and we believe that if we don't get a rate increase, it will have a compounding effect.
Coming up at 6 o'clock, allegations regarding Gold-Williams' leadership that have been newly unearthed by our defenders.
He is facing trial in the massive 2017 fire at the Ingram Square Shopping Center. That's the fire that killed San Antonio firefighter Scott Deem. But before that trial begins, defense attorneys for Edmund Johnson have got some requests. Eric Hernandez was at his pretrial hearing today, and he has the details.
Edmund Johnson sat quietly in the 186 courtroom as his defense attorney filed several motions before heading to trial. Miguel Nájera was requesting the state give the defense specific additional information on evidence and witnesses before the trial would begin, so the defense had enough time to look over.
Brady motion for discovery of all favorable evidence.
Right now, the state said they had a couple hundred witnesses on this case, but are trying to bring that number down. Judge Jefferson Moore ruled that defense get what they needed from the state, and they could also consider certain testimony during trial without the presence of a jury. If you remember, in May 2017, a fire was set at Ingram Square Center that led to the death of firefighter Scott Deem and injured other firefighters. Johnson owned a gym at Ingram Square Center and is accused of allegedly setting it on fire, and then it spread to other businesses. The grand jury returned 5 indictments against Johnson on charges of felony murder, arson resulting in death, 2 charges of arson and bodily injury and arson building. Johnson is facing a life sentence if he's found guilty. As far as when this trial would take place, well, it looks like it won't begin until early next year. At the Culinary Justice Center, Erica Hernandez, KSAT 12 News.
A New Braunfels police officer opens fire on a suspect they say tried to use his vehicle as a weapon.
Investigators not releasing many details, but Patty Santos tells us what we've been able to gather thus far.
The suspect was taken to a hospital in Kyle, and we're trying to get an update on his condition right now. But this is what we can show you. You can see the block here on Elliott, Knox, and Castell is closed. We know that New Braunfels police were trying to serve a felony warrant when they say the suspect started using his vehicle to ram other vehicles in an attempt to get away. Police say an officer was in the path of that vehicle, and that officer was forced to open fire. We know the Texas Ranger now leading the investigation, and we expect to have an update on the situation here within the next day or so. Reporting from New Braunfels, Patty Santos, KSAT 12 News.
We do have an update on a double fatal crash involving a drunk driver, a suspected drunk driver. The victims are identified as 39-year-old Maricris Morris and 38-year-old Vicenta Rangel. The two died Monday morning after San Antonio police say 28-year-old Gabrielle Gaitan ran a red light, T-boned the vehicle they were in near South Zarzamora and Highway 16 on the south side. San Antonio police say they found Gaitan walking on Highway 16 not far from the crash. She suffered minor injuries and now faces 2 counts of intoxication manslaughter and 2 counts of failure to stop and render aid.
We've also learned the name of a man fatally struck by a driver last night. He is 62-year-old David Patrick Gosline. According to San Antonio police, he died at the hospital after he was hit by a driver at around 9 o'clock last night. They say he was in the main lanes of Loop 410 near Marbach Road when he was hit. The driver stopped to help. He performed CPR until EMS arrived and will not face charges.
We are working to learn the name of a man who was stabbed to death last night. San Antonio police say the attack happened during a confrontation at a home in the 200 block of Bartholomew Avenue. 2 men fighting. One of them, who police called the suspect, was shot. The other man stabbed in the abdomen. Police said the suspect was gone when they arrived. He'd been taken to the hospital. Witnesses at the scene were found standing around the man who had been stabbed. He was taken to the hospital as well, where he was pronounced dead.
And a 37-year-old man accused of starting a fire inside his own home and leaving his family inside, including his grandmother, now facing charges. San Antonio police say on September 3rd, Sergio Castillo set fire to a comforter inside his room at a home in the 8300 block of Glen Shadow. He then went outside and watched what happened next. Castillo's father managed to put out the fire, and with some water from the kitchen, Castillo was arrested a week later on a charge of arson.
Some of the world's top gymnasts testifying today about the FBI's mishandling of sexual abuse complaints against former Dr. Larry Nassar.
Powerful and emotional testimony being given by Allie Raceman, Simone Biles, Michaela Maroney, and Maggie Nichols. Here is what a few of them had to say.
Being here today is taking everything I have.
To be clear, I blame Larry Nassar, and I also blame an entire system that enabled and perpetrated his abuse.
I am tired of waiting for people to do the right thing because my abuse was enough, and we deserve justice.
Today's hearing follows a July report by the Justice Department Inspector General. It found FBI agents failed to urgently respond to the sexual abuse claims against Nassar in 2015 and then tried to cover it up.
In 2018, Nassar was sentenced to 175 years in prison for molesting hundreds of gymnasts. As for the FBI agents in the Nassar investigation, one of them has been fired. Simone Biles says the agents should be prosecuted.
All right, there's a look outside right now. We got a lot of sunshine. 88 degrees our high temperature today. That's after a morning low of 70. Notice we were actually a little below average by 2 degrees this afternoon, but a good 10 degrees below the record high temperature. Take a look at the temperatures right now. 99 Del Rio. That's where we've got most of the heat there along the Rio Grande, right near 100. But where we had the cloud cover earlier today, temperatures a little bit lower, 87 Floresville, 87 right now in Schertz, and even Seguin at 87 degrees. This is going to lead to a very pleasant evening ahead of us. Mostly clear sky, calm wind, and we'll spend most of this evening down in the 70s. We've got some tropics to talk about and a space station flyover in just a bit. But Sam, weather shouldn't be causing any issues on the roads. Any problems now?
There are some problems downtown, Adam. This is a look at 35 and Nogalitos. A little north of there, we are seeing a major crash as we head over here to the wall this afternoon. You can see traffic starting to build there. This crash being reported northbound on 35 at Alamo. Also have some issues on the northeast side of 35 coming out of New Braunfels and Comal County. 42 minutes to get from New Braunfels to 410, so watch out for that slowdown. And we'll end with some good news. The flyover ramp opened today from State Highway 151 to Loop 410. The other ramp should open later this year. Steve, Ursula?
Thank you so much, Sam. Food insecurity and obesity, major issues that San Antonio faces. You might think that they're at opposite ends of the spectrum, but in reality, they can be linked and they have negative impacts on our community.
As Max Massey shows us, the San Antonio Food Bank working to change that by bringing all the freshness of a farmer's market to you.
I got apples and fruits and cucumbers and all that to make something to eat for dinner.
Juanita Ramirez was one of the dozens of people in line this morning for the mobile mercado, looking to load up on healthy foods.
Well, a lot of people, I know of a lot of friends that don't have anything, hardly anything. I went one time, they told me, they said, well, go to the food pantry on Highway 90, and I did. They gave us so much food, I just gave it to my neighbors.
And this mobile mercado is a pharmacy on wheels, pharmacy with an F, because take a look, fresh fruits and vegetables meant for so many families in and around our community.
When we can provide some fresh produce and in a good variety at no cost, at no risk to the recipient, then they're more likely to try it.
The mobile mercado is a mini grocery store, farmers market, and demonstration kitchen with a mission to improve access to healthy, affordable foods.
71% of the population in San Antonio are obese.
Part of the problem that leads to obesity is not understanding what you're eating.
To educate families about good nutrition, the mobile mercado was created to really hydrate the food deserts, right? To be able to have a convenient way to bring core grocery items and fresh produce to a community while bringing some education, some excitement.
As for Juanita, she is ready to make her healthy fajitas. If you're interested in learning more about the mobile mercado and when you can take part, just head to KSAT.com. Max Massey, KSAT 12 News.
And yes, you can make healthy fajitas. September Hunger Action Month, and our KSAT community partners need your help to feed the community. You can drop off your donations at RBFCU locations all across the city.
And some of the most needed items are non-perishables like rice, beans, peanut butter, canned foods, baby foods, pet food, and diapers. If you're inspired to help, you can find all this information and how to donate at KSAT.com.
We've all heard about spring cleaning, but what about fall decluttering? If you're taking out your fall decor, tossing out things you don't use could be a good place to start. Up next, 3 questions that are going to help you decide what's worth keeping and what's just clutter. Clearing out the clutter. No matter if you live in a tiny apartment or a large home, you probably have more stuff than you have space for, and it can get overwhelming. So where do you start? 12 on your side's Marilyn Morris with expert advice on how to clear the clutter once and for all.
It feels cluttered. Days before delivering her second daughter, Erica Momgreen was in full nesting mode and ready to tackle the clutter. I just constantly feel like I have to move something, to do something, like I can never just relax.
The first and the hardest step is getting ready to let go. So starting with a small project will actually make you feel lighter and propel you into tackling the bigger projects.
3 questions can help you let it go. Do I really need it? Can I easily replace it? And if I'm not using it now, will I want it in 5 or 10 years? If you haven't used it at all, get rid of it. If you can replace it easily in 20 minutes for less than $20, you probably won't regret tossing it.
People do get tripped up with items they have in storage and worry that they're going to want to use again. The best thing to do is to set some simple ground rules, like I'm going to throw out every magazine that's older than 6 months, or I'm going to throw out every blurry photograph. You could also use a mantra like use it or lose it. Anything that's going to help you move through the junk faster.
Other tips: don't touch things you're considering saying so long to. Have a friend or professional organizer do it. For photos and heirlooms, keep what's precious.
Pick just a very few of them that have the most meaning and get rid of the rest. And those things are going to have so much more value for you.
For Erica, donating toys, older electronics, books, and CDs helped clear her space and her head. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Okay, we all have kids. Who still has their children's VHS tape of the Wiggles?
Yeah, there's probably some around my house. I don't know if it's the Wiggles, but there's probably definitely some stuff.
I have
around
got
my
boxes of little kids stuff that's worthless.
So the problem is we actually have a basement, so we just have a tendency to throw everything
deadly.
down there. And so there you
The
go.
curse of having that extra space, right?
Exactly right.
I've got a big attic, and then now I'm realizing I need a cold front to come so I can get up there and actually organize, build some shelves and do some stuff, right? Okay. Before we get to the forecast, because we want to talk about the tropics, we have some likely development in the Atlantic basin, and we also have some rain chances around here. Let's talk about everything. But first, I want to get to this. Space station flyover this evening. Set your alarm. 8:42 p.m. It's going to appear on the southwestern horizon, get to a max height of 59 degrees, and disappear to the northeast. 8:42 p.m., lasting 7 minutes, starting to the southwest, moving to the northeast. If you haven't seen it before, it really looks like a bright light, just a bright star quickly moving across the sky in a steady direction. So let's take a look at our visible satellite imagery, and we're mostly clear now. I know we had a decent amount of cloud cover earlier today, but now we've cleared out, and I think it's going to be ideal viewing for the space station flyover later on this evening. What time? 8:42 p.m. Don't forget. So here are the remnants of Nicholas, still considered a tropical depression, but you can see the center of circulation, southern Louisiana. However, most of the moisture is still on the east side of this, and you notice how the rain is more widespread and reaching more folks because it's unorganized now. It's not all tightly wound up and together. And it's also being picked up by an upper level trough that's carrying it away. So at least the rain is moving out of Louisiana and now just along other parts of the Gulf Coast through Florida and the southeastern United States. While we're on the topic, let's talk about the other areas that we're watching in the tropics. One just south of Bermuda, likely to become our next tropical cyclone. It could become a tropical storm or even a hurricane. And another one way out in the Atlantic. This is a tropical wave that just came off the western coast of Africa. That has the likelihood to turn into a tropical cyclone as well. As of now, nothing that would be of any concern to the Gulf of Mexico or our interests here. Our rain chances come from a little shift in our upper level weather pattern that we're watching. So these are the winds way up above us, and watch what happens here in the days ahead. A weak disturbance develops and is nearby. It's not overhead, but it's nearby this weekend. 20% chance of showers. Probably not much from it. But what I'm really watching carefully is into next week. We're expecting a nice trough, a big dig and dip in the upper level flow, and that could actually give us our first cold front and enhance rain chances a bit. It's a cutoff low, so a lot of uncertainty with it this far out, but right now we've got that at 30%. This would have the greatest chances of actually rising of any of our rain chances going forward. Let's talk temperatures though. 88 right now, dew point is 66, our high temperature 88. 95 Cotulla, meanwhile 87 Fredericksburg, New Braunfels 89 tomorrow morning. We start our day in the 60s north of San Antonio, Canyon Lake 69, Kerrville 66, about closer to 70 here in town. And by the afternoon, lower 90s hill country, closer to 100 in Del Rio. Von Army 95, Converse 93, Timberwood Park a high of 92. for the most part around Bexar County, we'll say about 94. Northeasterly breeze at 5 to 10. Pretty quiet here the next several days. Just that slight chance of a few showers Saturday, Sunday. And then we could actually have a more impactful cold front by about this time next week. Something to watch.
Ooh, I like that. Thank you.
All right, the NBA making what some would consider a surprising announcement today, Greg.
Well, about mandating vaccination. And it's not so much the NBA telling us, it's the NBA Players Association. Yes. When we come back, more about that with the season right around the corner. And are the Cowboys willing to call more plays for Zeke? We'll ask that question coming up. NBA players will not be required to be vaccinated before the start of the 2021-22 season, even though most NBA staff and all referees are required to be vaccinated. That is according to ESPN, that says COVID protocols for the coming season are still being worked out between the league and the Players Association. But the Players Association is steadfast in making sure the players are not required to be vaccinated in order to participate in the coming season. Earlier, it has been reported what the league will require. Strict guidelines for unvaccinated players include seating on planes away from teammates, same with meals, and perhaps even separate buses to games.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
When the Dallas Cowboys face the Los Angeles Chargers this Sunday, the one thing that must improve is their running game. Granted, Tampa Bay possesses the #1 defense against the run, but at the same time, Ezekiel Elliott, coming off his worst season as a pro, only produced 33 yards, but only touched the ball 11 times. So the question for our offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, is why were not more plays called for Zeke?
We called 28 runs in the game. 12 times Dak threw it on the particular run, just because it's what they presented the opportunity for us, and so felt good about it. And again, as the season goes, it's a long season. There's different matchups, different defensive schemes. We're going to need Zeke to pound it. It could be this week, could be the following week. He's always ready, but he does a great job, and he handles all these different circumstances so well.
Even though the Houston Texans surprised a lot of folks by dominating the Jacksonville Jaguars in the season opener, the odds makers are not impressed. They have installed Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns 12.5-point favorites as the Browns recover from a season-opening loss on the road to Kansas City Chiefs. For tight end Pharaoh Brown, it's about blocking out all the outside noise that includes doubters.
I said it last week. It's a new way of Texas football. I hope everybody was entertained. I know a lot of people may have been surprised, but I spoke to it like you said last week. So I think we just take this victory and get ready to go do the same thing in Cleveland next week. So we're rolling.
Here you go. Urban Meyer said today there is no chance he would lead the NFL to return to college football. The subject came up for two reasons: the firing to play Helton at USC and the very sloppy start for Jacksonville in Meyer's first game as a new head coach. Meyer won 3 national championships in college football before taking the NFL job. And coming up at 6, the Cowboys may be down not 1, but 2 starting defensive ends for the coming game. We'll let you know why.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Greg.
We'll be right back.
Watching this crash reported on Loop 410 westbound at Fredericksburg Road, so watch out for that. Also a crash here on the east side. This is I-35 and Loop 1604. That's causing some major delays as well, guys.
Thanks so much for watching the news at 5 with us.
World News is up next. We'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock.